Hello, I'm Dr. Tracy Mountford and welcome to my weekly Q&A. And today I'm going to be talking about something of great interest to many people, young and old, and that's treatment of scars. So a lot of patients have had previous acne, or they've had chickenpox, or they've simply had even an accident and have suffered with scars. And they find it very hard to conceal scars. So as I'm sure you're aware, if you've ever had scars, covering with makeup can actually make them look worse. You can actually almost highlight pits or marks in the skin. Unfortunately, scar tissue is really quite tricky to treat. It can take a long time, it can take a lot of commitment, and it's very hard to get a bit disillusioned with treating scars. But there are some very, very successful treatments that will definitely help and improve scar tissue. And these start with one that we use a lot in this practice that's very simple to do, and that's microneedling. Now, microneedling or EDS needling is something where we literally just put anaesthetic cream on the affected area, and though it sounds like a treatment of torture, you can't feel it, you actually needle the area. You literally make a little micro injury in the area where the scar tissue is. And what this does is it creates a very natural healing response. And by doing that, the scar can look smoother, less obvious, more defined, because the area starts to heal and regenerate fresh collagen. So it's a very, very simple, safe, non-invasive treatment to do. The only negative really is there is a little bit of downtime. So you can get a little bit red or a little bit pinprick marked for a few days. It does take a number of treatments to get to the end point. So if the scarring is quite extensive or quite deep, your physician or your doctor may recommend 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 treatments over a period of time. But they're relatively easy and also relatively inexpensive. We often combine this treatment with the use of prescriptive skincare. So for example, something that contains retin-A, something that contains a vitamin A compound that will again give a very, very, very gentle soft peel and stimulatory effect to the skin all the time. So it backs up the treatment that has been done in the clinic. There are other, even more sophisticated ways of improving scar tissue. For example, there's something called Intracell, which again involves needling the skin. But what makes this treatment even more impressive is that it fires a radiofrequency blast through the skin as well at the same time. Again, with anaesthetic cream on the face, it's relatively painless. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's very easy to tolerate. The benefit of having the radiofrequency as well as the needling is that it creates some tightening to the skin. So what we get perhaps in more mature patients is we get the skin looking not only smoother, but also a little bit firmer and more tightened. So that's an add-on bonus. So with scar tissue problems, you have to be committed. So the best thing to do is come and see us. We will look at the depth of the scars, what your expectation is, what we can realistically deliver as well. And you have to consider being incredibly patient and committed, as I said earlier. So if you're definitely on for that, then it may be something that's worth considering to do, because the results over time, maybe over a 6-month, 9-month, even up to a year period, things get better and better, and so the results get really, really, really better over time. So if you're prepared to commit, consider doing it. So if you have any questions regarding your scar problems, if you suffer with chickenpox scars or old acne scars, or you've even had perhaps an accident or an injury where you have a scar that you wonder whether we can do anything to treat it, then just send me a question, write something in the comments section below, and we can get back to you. So to find out more, follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, and subscribe to YouTube. And see you again next time.